Alrighty. Which of these is it? There we go. Okay. I think that... I'm hoping it works. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, welcome to Hexen. It's a Doom Engine game. That is a bit loud. Yikes. Okay. Hopefully this won't overpower me in terms of volume. If it does, let me know. Alright. Right. So, 3 character classes: Fighter, Cleric, Mage. Fighter is the fastest and the strongest, or has the strongest starting weapon, but most of his options are melee-oriented. Mage is the slowest, has the best ranged options, and Cleric is kind of a mix, or is a balance between the two. But he also has the worst starting weapon in the game. Anyways, I'm gonna play Fighter because I hate myself. Alright, everything good? Alright. Feels so weird going from 60 FPS to 35. But such is how things are. It's a little dark. Let's brighten out a little bit. Okay. So it's a Doom Engine game, but it's a lot more puzzle-oriented. You really have to, like, pay attention to the scenery and figure out where things go. Or figure out where you need to go, but... Pick up the key! Why can't I pick up the key? There we go. I can jump. I can look up and down, too, if I wanted to. I thought I was gonna get crushed. Oh yeah, Hexen also has an inventory system. So you can store items and use them later. Each class has 4 weapons, although their 4th weapon needs to be assembled through 3 pieces. Armor's a bit weird in Hexen. The amount of damage it absorbs is dependent on the amount of armor, the numerical amount of armor you have. So the more armor you have, the more damage it'll absorb. And every class has a starting value of armor that they always have and can never lose. Some of the traps will look intimidating, but they're usually simple to bypass. Or to not bypass. Pass through. Okay. Gotta punch the bell. And there's fall damage because I just took a fall that hurt me. Ouchies. And here's where the fighter suffers, because these assholes fly, and I gotta go out of my way to chase them down. And teleport! And I forgot something. Good thing they let you go back. I want to grab that. Okay, quartz flasks are health kits.
Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die?
Quartz flasks are health kits that restore 25 health. The flechettes... Why is this not labeled? I want my name tags. I want both. Yeah, I guess it'd be... Yeah, okay, whatever. Actually, wait, no. Whatever, okay, got it. There. I'm playing using, Z-Doom, so I have, an alternative to the normal heads-up display that the game would usually have by default. So I have more information at my disposal. All my keys, inventory, my armor value, and how many monsters are in the level, and how many I've killed. This is the default. You can see why I'm not using it. For the record, Berserker is basically the Hexen equivalent for the fighter for ultraviolence. Oh man. You can only carry a maximum of 25 of each item. Flechettes, I don't know how to pronounce it. They're like flasks that... they're like throwing potions, basically. And their exact effects depend on which class you're playing. If you're playing as a fighter, it's basically a hand grenade. This is mana, it's ammo for your your magic-based weapons. The cleric basically gets like a gas bomb, which is probably the best of the three. No, that's not the color I want. Must customize everything! No, there we go. There's our first new weapon for the fighter, Timon's Axe. It's basically a stronger version of your fists with slightly more range. And is one of the few weapons you can use even if you run out of mana, although if you do, it'll be much, much weaker. And really, your fists are more effective in that case. Alright, with this, you gotta figure out which one of these is the real one. The game helpfully points out which one to go. Because if you go on the wrong one, you die. you're on the right one, you're just sent back outside and more doors open. Right. I got way off track. The mage version of the flask, or the green potion thing, is basically the time bomb of the ancients from Heretic, which drops a little bomb there that floats for a few seconds and then blows up. And of course, hurts you if you're stupid enough to actually let it blow up in your face. Whoop. Alright, welcome to the Guardian of Fire. Guess what theme this level has? Hydroelectric power. Alright, got the Falcon Shield. The armor provides different values depending on the character class. So the classes benefit differently from each one. Like, the fighter gains the most value from collecting the mesh armor, but the least value from collecting the Amulet of Warding. And the cleric benefits most from the Falcon Shield, but I think he benefits the least from the Platinum Helmet, I think. I could be wrong. The mage benefits the most from the Amulet of Warding, but gets the least benefit... I forgot to hit the switch. Gets the least benefit from the mesh armor. Alright, Flame Mask. We're gonna need that later. How nice of him to just strafe right into my axe. Let me ask you a question. You need the fire key. If you hate switch and key hunting, you'll hate this game. Because that's all it is. I don't know, I have a real soft spot for it. I like it better than Heretic. Heretic's biggest flaw is that it feels like all of your weapons are incredibly weak. And so, all the fights in Heretic just feel like a slog. Even against, like, the most basic of enemies. Oh hey, centaurs. These guys have a really annoying gimmick. When you hurt them, they will put up their shield, which will block any and all damage, and if you shoot a projectile at them, it'll actually reflect back at you, and that's... it's never a good thing. And they have a more dangerous version called the Slotars, which can fire projectiles from their shields. Although they can't reflect anything back at you when they're doing this attack, it uses the same animation, so sometimes you'll get confused and then you'll eat a fireball to the face. I actually have this game for my N64, but I don't have working video cables for that, so I'm, of course, not playing that version. And emulation of it has issues. In particular, the game, like, has a habit of flicker. The whole screen will start flickering a lot. Especially when you're in the auto map mode, which is a very bad thing. because the auto map. Oh, Jesus. The auto map is, well, invaluable in a game like this where it's easy to get lost. Alright, if we want to get to that other side, we need to find a switch that'll make that barrier move. Gotta go in the options again because I didn't enable texture display. Why isn't... the hell's the key to do that? Toggle texture. P. I'm pressing the P key and it's not doing anything. What's going on here? Enable texture display, follow layer, along portals. What's going on here? Oh wait, do I have to turn off draw map background? Because that's a very odd requirement. No, it just doesn't work. Weird. Okay. Whatever, game. Okay, it's not that one. It's the button on the other side. The hell are you doing here? Right. There. If you look closely, part of the map geometry just moved when I did that. Something Doom couldn't do, which I believe are called poly objects in this. Which is a little complicated, but it allows sectors to move horizontally. Which is cool. Alright. You need the steel key. Alright. Trying to remember if there's anything else to do here. Yeah, these guys will start spawning if you spend too much time on a level. They mostly exist just to waste your time. Right. Yes, that opened. And I am running out of mana. Damn. Oh god, these guys. Thankfully, they don't show up very often in this game. These are Wendigos. They are awful. They are... holy shit. They do a lot... do a lot of damage. So it's not uncommon to get your ass kicked by one of them. Why isn't the elevator moving? Get down here. Thank you. Thankfully, Wendigos do not appear, like, outside of a handful of levels in this game. But when they do show up, they hurt. Also, you might want to be careful where you stand while the geometry's moving. Because they can and will crush you for that. But there are no lost souls in this game. None of the actual Doom assets remain. There's green mana, for a weapon we don't have yet. But in... oh, fuck's sake. Start seeing me use my potions more. The fleet jets don't have a lot of range, but they do get the job done. They're fairly powerful. Shit. Goddamn ice. At least they don't kill you here. Why isn't this? Oh, there we go. At least they don't kill you for this at this point in the game. Being a little merciful on the player. And there's something kind of mean. Ice traps. Alright. I think it's good we go here. We got a torch. Basically, this game's equivalent of the light amplification goggles from Doom. Except that it has this neat little flickering effect. Alright, now we want to go to the left and the right because it will lead to two keys that we need. Although I think at this point we might be able to just, like, beat the whole thing right now, but I'm gonna go to the secret level. Put the flame mask in here, and these will open up, revealing lava. And with that, the pillar of ice in the middle starts to melt. And we have the fire key. This one, however, is far less pleasant. The whole thing is shifting around, and they throw wendigos at you. Up there's the steel key, but we need to find a way to lower that. So... you come back here and hit this. Unfortunately, this causes things to move around even more. And what's more, we have death pits now. And if you're not careful, that bit that moved in near the switch can crush you. And then when you pick this up, you get even more pits. I would not recommend rushing through here. Unless you really know where to go, or if you're just really feeling suicidal. Jesus Christ. Hit me once and then throws off half my health. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Doesn't help that it's slippery here. Okay. With that done, let's go to the Guardian of Fire. Oh, and stairs have risen. They get dragon skin bracers. Using them will provide a small boost to your armor class. Not exactly the greatest thing in the world, but it does help. They're also pretty rare. Hello. Yeah, this is Guardian of Fire. No point to the second entrance, really. As I said, there's like 0 point to actually doing any of this in terms of progress. But it does lead to the exit, and that's what or not the exit, secret level, and that's what matters to me. And because it has a kick-ass song that doesn't play anywhere else in the game. Also, you want to grab those before they sink into the lava or they disappear. If you don't, tough luck. Also, these bird things are invincible. They're invincible until they actually come out of their shells. I am wording bad terribly, aren't I? Probably doesn't help my mouth is getting dry. I need water! It's a major problem with having to talk all the time. Here. Stairs of prison in the 7 portals, and two-headed dweebs are destroying me. Alright, we hit this. Bam, back in the 7 portals. A door opened on the Guardian of Ice. Alright, next up, we want to go to the Guardian of Steel. Oh no, wait, no, now I remember. Doing anything else in the Guardian of Ice is not required, but the steel and fire keys are required. Getting my events mixed up. And now we're in the other half of the Guardian of Steel. Should only maybe take me an hour to blast through this first hub. Total, anyways, I'm hoping. Oh. Oh, you monster. Oh, you monster! Alright, now we can go this way. And we discover that it's an exact replica of the thing on the other side of the level. Yay, symmetry? Ow. Starting to see what a difference armor makes. But armor is not common. Which really makes us kind of a drag. It really, if you're bad at dodging, it really, like, it's really bad, I guess. Not, well, I don't know, if you're bad at dodging, you're effectively, like, seriously punished for it. I haven't gone over the other items I got. Mystic Urn is a full heal. While the Chaos Device will send you back to the last, I believe the last level entrance you used, and the Banishment Device will send a monster that is hit by it to the nearest, or to a random deathmatch start. Oh, now it's textured. What the hell? Why wasn't this working before? Okay, whatever. What did that say? Oh, stairs prison and 7 portals. Alright, back to the 7 portals. Okay, now we could leave if we wanted to. But why would we do that? Get down here! Alright, both of these doors have opened. I believe I want to do this one first. Otherwise, you can do them in whatever order you want, but doing the fire-related one first is usually the better idea. Otherwise, a message that pops up would make no sense whatsoever. Anywho... Hurry-up! Hurry-up! Damn. Alright, and we're back in the Guardian of Fire. Go! Oh, gee. I forgot this happened. When going across that way, that'll attempt to push you off the edge. Don't let it happen to you, folks. Because it's very painful on the bottom. Alright, one half of the puzzle has been solved on the 7 portals. It'll open that, putting us back in the main room of the Guardian of Fire. So, let's leave. Go back into the Guardian of Ice again. Alright, we'll go this way. There's spike ball shooters there, but we don't have to worry much about them. What does need to be worried about, though, is that poison dart shooter there. Which will poison you and deal damage over time, and it's just annoying. Oh. Welcome back to the Guardian of Steel. This room is Satan. Here's why. There's they shove you in a room full of fucking Wendigos. Ugh. Where's the way out? Certainly isn't that. Oh, here we go. Alright. Now we need to find a similar style of lift in one of these corridors. That ain't it. That, however, is it. We need to get inside there. Welcome to Crusher City. It's very noisy here. And don't even think that you can lure monsters into them because they are all monster block lines. They will not cross them. There's a mystic urn in there, and I want to get that because those things are invaluable. There we go. Luckily, one side is very, very slow moving. Over here is the switch we need. Oh. Ain't going through there. I may be stupid, but I'm not suicidal. Nope. Okay. We want to go here. Murder these guys so they don't get in the way. And step on this. Stone's grind on the 7 portals. And these will move, allowing us access to another level. The Bright Crucible. I'm gonna crank up the music because it needs to be heard. Oh boy. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, I got a new item. Disc of Repulsion. Pushes enemies away from you, and pushes away projectiles, which can hurt the enemies that shot them. And enemies that are pushed will do damage to other enemies that they collide into, or take damage if they collide into a wall. And you can push them off cliffs if you're really sadistic. And here we have another new item, Icon of the Defender. It is invincibility. No more, no less. Okay, there's a bit more to it than that. They have different effects depending on what class you're playing. With a fighter, you're just straight up invincible. I believe if you are the cleric, projectiles that hit you will be reflected back. And if you are playing the mage, sometimes you'll phase out of existence, causing projectiles to pass through you. Alright. Let's handle all this. We're nearing the end of this hub. And the end of the stream. I feel 3 hours is usually a good time, unless I was a long-ass game that I'm marathoning. Or if I'm doing multiplayer shenanigans and I lose track of time. Get over here! Why can't I have Scorpion Spear? Another thing I neglected to mention, the little stars are platforms. So you can freely walk on them. Oh. I forgot something here. Something that really would have been handy in the last excursions. Wings of Wrath. They grant you unlimited, unimpeded flight for the entire hub. Except that when you leave the hub, they don't come with you. They are extremely rare as a result. So don't expect me to run into them too often. And we have the first segment of our final weapon. Look, here you can see we have the handle of the sword now. Oh, screw it. If you go behind here, you can find combined mana. And bam. Here's your narration that I'm not gonna read. I don't feel like doing any stupid voices for it. Alright. Alright. This will end the stream. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time, where we will continue this escapade into the depths of Hexen. Good night, everybody.